Hello, my name is EruptionFang. I'm here to tell you how the events of 11 Little Roosters unfolded, and how it should be solved. Last week, Wilhelm showed Bernardo the ultimate disrespect by ending his life. Now, let's see if we can find out who is going to be killed this week. In the magazine article of Coco going solo, there were 4 QR codes, 3 of which lead to pictures. However, the third one leads to our first Haywood file. It reads, quote, "I'm having trouble staying ahead of the mole at this point. I noticed he started sending out his own fake files last week, so you'll have to be careful going forward. In the meantime, I'm gonna edit some things I say, just in case this is intercepted. I wish I could have done more to but despite my best efforts, Wilhelm was stop. I was able to intercept a map of the moles, which marks the next victim at 65 degrees north latitude." End quote. The roosters that are associated with that coordinate are either Sweden or Canada. Russia falls into that as well, but we all know what happened to him. So either Christoph Weiss or Agent Knuckle is going to get killed. Our next clue comes to us when these Sex von Shackle boys begin speaking German. The subtitles to what they are saying have nothing to do with the words that are actually being spoken. When you translate what they are really saying, you get your next clue. It reads, quote, "I actually found a whole stash of the bad guys' maps, and will do my best to clue you in on their next plans. This time, it seems the killer will come from the Eastern Hemisphere. Often intangible, so hard to make out. Give me a bit more time and I'll know more." End quote. Now, while we were told that the killer will be in the Eastern Hemisphere, a majority of the roosters fall into that category, so let's hold off on accusing anyone just yet. Now, in the background of many scenes, there were multiple clocks with letters or numbers on them. When you gather each one of them, and take into account their time zones they are in, when you assemble the correct order, you get Haywood file number 23. It reads, quote, "I can safely say the victim will not be sitting on 100 degrees west longitude. Big waiting us in the future. If we can find the little ways alleviate stress out this process." End quote. Now, we know the victim will not sit on that longitude line, so that saves Canada from getting killed, leaving Sweden to be eliminated. But by who? Now, once again, going back to that magazine, it talks about Coco going solo, which leads to yet another Sex von Shackle Boys video. Upon once again gathering the letters and numbers scattered throughout the audience, you get your next file. It reads, quote, "That was a rough show. Hopefully future ones will go better for the guys. In the bigger of things, seems the killer is on or east of 18 degrees east latitude. But seeing as the whole rest of the world is east of that since, we're on a globe, I'm not sure how helpful that is. Hopefully more little details will emerge. Like," end quote. Now that we know the killer is going to be on the Eastern Hemisphere and 18 degrees east longitude, that leaves Australia or Sweden to be the killer. Germany just falls north of the coordinates, so they are not to be involved. That means either Sweden is going to eliminate itself, or Australia is going to eliminate Sweden. Our final clue comes to us from the previous files we have collected. Every blacked out statement is either very quick or very long. Ryan has sneakily put in Morse code for us to translate so we can get his last file. Once gathered and decoded, you get Haywood file number 25. It reads, quote, "At the very least, I was able to confirm that the killer and victim are not one and the same. Is that helpful at all?" End quote. We are finally given confirmation that Christoph Weiss is not going to eliminate himself, leaving whatever Australia has is going to eliminate the Swedish security service. And that is how you were supposed to solve episode 5 of 11 Little Roosters. Be sure to tune in next week to find out who is going to be next.